The city never really sleeps. It just holds its breath, waiting for the dawn that feels a lifetime away. After the static faded, after the echoes went silent, I thought I'd found some semblance of peace. But peace is a fragile thing, easily shattered. It started this morning in the quiet of my own bathroom. The kind of quiet that's heavy, that presses down on you. The air was thick with steam from the shower, the mirror a clouded canvas. I reached out, my hand tracing a path through the condensation, wiping it clean. But something was wrong. My reflection, it lagged, just a fraction of a second behind, a ghost mimicking my movements. I froze, my hand hovering over the cold glass. It was a trick of the light, I told myself, a side effect of too many sleepless nights. But then the letters appeared. Not on the surface, not something I could wipe away. They bled into existence from within the mirror, behind my own reflected eyes. 4 words, stark and chilling against the silvered glass. You're not the first. My heart hammered against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat in the oppressive silence. I tried to rub them away, my palms smearing the remaining condensation, but the words stayed, etched into the reality behind the glass. And then the impossible happened. My reflection, the man who was me but wasn't, smiled. A slow, knowing curve of the lips that didn't touch my own. A cold dread, sharp and icy, snaked its way up my spine. I backed away, stumbling out of the bathroom, leaving that smiling imposter behind. Throughout the day, annoying paranoia took hold. Every reflective surface became an eye, a silent observer. The polished surface of my coffee table, the dark screen of my phone, the rain-streaked windows of my apartment. Each one held a version of me, but they weren't mimicking my movements anymore. They were watching. Their heads were tilted at odd angles, their gaze fixed on me, the real me, with an unnerving stillness. They were a silent audience to my growing panic. As dusk painted the city in shades of violet and gray, the feeling intensified. The flickering streetlights cast long, dancing shadows, turning the world outside into a distorted stage. I felt like a specimen under a microscope, pinned down by 1,000 unblinking eyes. The loneliness of my apartment transformed into a cage, the walls closing in, every window a portal for my silent stalkers. Who were they? What did they want? The question echoed in the cavern of my mind, unanswered. Night fell completely, draping the city in a blanket of darkness and neon. The rain began, a steady drumming against the glass that sounded like whispers. I found myself drawn back to the bathroom, to the source of my terror. I had to know. I had to face it. I flicked the light switch off, plunging the room into darkness. But the mirror, it still glowed. A faint, ethereal light emanated from within, illuminating the figure trapped inside. My reflection stood there, bathed in a cold, bluish luminescence, its smile gone, replaced by an expression of grim purpose. My apartment, once a sanctuary, was now a hall of mirrors. The glass door to the balcony showed me standing up, while in the window I was sitting down. Reflections moved independently, creating a fractured, impossible reality. My own movements felt alien, disconnected. Am I the one who is real? The thought was a sliver of ice in my mind. The city outside wasn't just wet, it was liquid glass. Every puddle on the pavement held a piece of the sky, but it was a warped alien sky. The towering buildings seemed to shimmer and distort, their lights flickering not like bulbs, but like reflections on a disturbed surface. The entire world was a mirror. In a surge of desperate rage, I grabbed the heaviest thing I could find and hurled it at the bathroom mirror. The sound of shattering glass was explosive, a violent release. Shards rained down onto the tiled floor like jagged diamonds. But through the spider web of cracks, through the empty space where the mirror used to be, the reflection remained intact, unbroken. It stood there in the void, its eyes locked on mine. It was then that the horrifying truth crashed down on me with the force of a physical blow. The mirror wasn't the prison. I was the reflection. I was the one on the wrong side of the glass. The city, my apartment, my life, it was all just a reflection of a world I could no longer reach. The rain outside finally stopped. The first light of dawn began to creep over the horizon, but it brought no warmth, no hope. It only illuminated the truth of my new reality. The reflection, my true self, leaned forward from the other side. The shattered frame of the mirror became a window between our worlds. Its lips moved, and this time I heard the whisper, not in my ears, but in my soul, a voice that was my own, yet ancient and cold. Now, it said, its gaze piercing through me, "It's your turn." And as the last word echoed in the silence, I understood. My turn to watch. My turn to wait. My turn to be the ghost in the machine, a silent observer trapped in the mirror, waiting for the next soul to notice their reflection is a second too slow. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the shadow circuit. If you felt that chill run down your spine, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from the other side of the glass. Let me know in the comments what you think happened to our protagonist. Until next time, be careful what you see in the mirror.